YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, did you with a video. Now this video right here comes out of Florida by way of Port Richey. Big shout out to everybody in Port Richey. Might be the second or third time I ever heard of Port Richey. Big shout out to everybody in the great state of Florida. But anyway, we have an update, well really conclusion to a story I did about a year ago. We had a woman who was a nanny, and more information came out during the sentencing process than it was in an actual trial process, because I did not even know that this nanny was living with the family and stuff for years and everything before all this abuse took place. Now what happened? Now this family, the Campbells, needed someone to watch their 11-year-old son, to babysit basically while they was busy taking care of their jobs or whatever else they had going on in their lives. So this woman, Miss Nadine Campbell, let the woman who ended up, Miss Marissa Maury, move in with her to be the nanny. So upon getting a good recommendation from a family member, that Marissa, who turned out to get pregnant by her 11-year-old son, they pretty much referred Marissa to Nadine and said she's a good woman. She can watch over your son and everything. So just like any other parent, they let her come over, watched her and everything. So they felt comfortable around her. Even Nadine Campbell went so far as to say that she looked at Marissa Maury as like a daughter. So for her to look at this woman like a daughter, allow a complete stranger to move in your home. And this is why I say right here, you can't just let people around your children. And then again, you can't not let them move in your home. Have you ever seen The Hand That Rocks the Cradle? If you have not seen that movie, you need to go watch the movie about that nanny. That'll teach you about nannies, because there's been many warnings out here for years. But anyway, upon moving in Miss Nadine Campbell's house, and she's supposed to be the nanny, which she happened to be at that time. Well, she's 28 now, and the boy I think is like 17 now. He was 11 then, so I think she was 18 or 19. Still, she was grown. So she decides to have sexual relations with the boy, end up getting pregnant by him, have his baby, and the baby is now 5 years old. And also the Campbells, Miss Nadine, the teen boy's mom, he's 17 now, almost finna be 18. His mom been taking care of the child for the last some years and stuff. The child's almost 5 years old. But Marissa Maury was sentenced to 20 years in prison for raping the 11-year-old boy. Only if they would give all these teachers 20, 30, and Miss Marissa wasn't even a teacher, but only if they would give all of them 20 plus or better. It may change some of them ways, but some of them would not change, because you can't reform what? Devil. I'm going to read a snippet from this story, and I'm going to give my opinion. Surely, as we go. Live-in nanny gets 20 years for raping 11-year-old boy, giving birth to his child. Yes, she popped out a baby. Now, a former live-in nanny who had sex with an 11-year-old Florida boy and later gave birth to his child has been sentenced to 20 years in prison. Rightfully so. And they ought to give it to every last one of them. If the men get, damn it, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, these women need to get it too, because they need to be hit with statutory rape and all that. Marissa Maury, who happened to be 28 at the time, but if you see this picture right here, looking at her bit in the face, 48 in the face. And no offense to my 48-year-old out there, I know some of you all holding it down. Of Port Richey was sentenced on Wednesday. They just sentenced her as fresh off the boat, what they call the Grey Goose. You see what I'm saying? That's that great prison bus. Anyway, 5 years after sexually assaulting the now 17-year-old victim repeatedly over several months, she did not get on it one time. She kept getting on that pony, you know what I'm saying? Until she filed off one day. Over several months before giving birth to his son in October 2014. Damn it, so that means she came up in there around April and May with it on her mind, and she didn't get off that wood until around October when she was pregnant. Now, that was reported by the Tampa Bay Times. Also, Maury, who continued having sex with the boy until the boy surmised the courage to tell his mother 3 years later what had happened. I guess he just got tired of her. She probably wearing that poor boy out. It's wrong, but damn it, let's just keep it real. Marissa probably got an old hungry cat. Probably was wearing that poor little young man out. And it makes you think, all these men around here, and men, some of us, boy, we got, not me, because I ain't talking about me. I ain't talking about some of you all, the people that watch my show. We ain't talking about you all. We talking about the other people. But some of you all got to slap the hell out yourself, because Marissa around here giving that thing up for free until the young man said, that's enough. I can't take no more. That man probably still sore right now. Can barely get it up and stuff messing with Miss Marissa. Must also serve 10 years of probation and register as a sexual, they didn't say offender, Predator. And I'm talking about the one from the Terminator movie. You remember that Predator when he fought him in yeah, that was the first Predator. Anyway, a judge ruled that Maury had sexually abused the then 12-year-old boy, well, he was 11, up to 15 times over several months. That's a number they're giving us. So most likely if she said 15, it was around about 45 times, really. I don't think it was 15. I think it was a lot more than that. I think every time she felt the itch, she tried to jump on that water witch. Now, the boy told his mom about the sexual abuse in 2017, leading her to contact police. A DNA test later confirmed the boy was the father. Like Maury showed, you are the father. Was the father of Maury's child. Oh my God. And I mean, she probably just stayed on there and probably just made him ejaculate inside of her. Let's just be for real, because the boy had to go tell his mama, like, this heifer won't leave me alone. Now, when Maury gave birth, the victim's family thought the father was her boyfriend, but it wasn't a boyfriend. Boyfriend, like, I ain't did shit. I ain't touched that heifer. You seen her face. I ain't did nothing. You can imagine all the problems. That's why I'm saying you got to keep these heifers out your house, y'all. Y'all got to keep them out your house. That's just like me, unless somebody come in my damn house. I'm trying to do the right thing, like I'm Spike Lee or somebody. And I end up having a whole fight, had to make a video years later about the shit. Trying to do the right thing. So I can imagine how Miss Nadine Campbell, boyfriend, felt in that house after they seen Marissa, big ass, walking around there pregnant and stuff. Just a big, ugly pregnant and stuff. It's bad enough to be pregnant, but to be ugly and big and pregnant, oh my goodness. Now, it never dawned on them that the father was their own son. Yes, son knocking the cotton out that thing. At one point, Maury, doing initial investigations, insisted the boy had forced himself on her. Now, she even lied when they caught her ass. This is what a lot of women do. They'll lie, even on a damn child. Lied and told the people that this boy, 11 years old, forced himself on her, like, you finna come up off that ass. You finna open that cookie up. I gotta get some. That boy didn't do shit. It was the other way around. She was the aggressor and stuff. She the one trying to attack the boy. And y'all want to act like men the only one do this shit. No, women do it too. Sometimes women do it worse. They do it for years. Now, the woman later recanted, acknowledging her statement were not true. She told a damn lie, just like that. Maury's sentencing follows the Tampa caretaker pleading guilty to multiple counts of sexual battery on a victim under the age of 12 in September, reports the news. That's a damn shame. All these men out here giving away 40 and 50 and 60, 70 and 80 and 90 to $100. And Maury around here just giving it up for free. Couldn't even find nobody to take that thing. Maury was hired by the family in early 2014. Can some of you all remember what you were doing in 2014? I sure can. After a recommendation by a relative before eventually moving in with them. See, a relative vouched for Maury and said, yeah, she's a good person. She's trying to change her life around. When somebody tell you they're trying to change their life around, you're like, well, look here. I ain't saying that people don't change, because we all have made mistakes before, but some of these mistakes ain't no damn mistakes. Some of these mistakes you just can't overlook. You feel what I'm saying? Now, you want to talk forgiveness, that's up to God. You feel what I'm saying? That's up to God, unless somebody personally wrong you. But you need to watch who your family send to you, because sometimes they may just send you somebody who they know gonna fuck you over. Let's continue. Anyway, now, the relative, she was recommended by a relative before eventually moving in with the family. That's too damn soon right there. Number one, you ain't finna move in with me. Period. I'm already dealing with one woman under this roof. I can't deal with another cat up under this roof. Now, the boy's mom, Nadine Campbell, doing trial testimony, said she considered, and this touched my heart right here. This just broke my poor heart right here. She said, during the trial testimony, she considered Marissa Maury to be her daughter at one point. Like, she looked at her just like she was her daughter. Oh, hell no. And your daughter looking at your son just like that's her lover. The mother, following the former nanny's sentencing, said Maury's action irrevocably altered her son's life, like altered beasts on the Sega Genesis. We are talking about a child that was 11, Campbell asserted. Not even a teenager, but 11. He wasn't even 13, but 11. And you took all that from my son. Now, Assistant Public Defender Antina Mobley, not Maya Mobley, made a brief mention of Maury's past. Now, this is where they try to put the crying game type thing. Like they went such through a childhood and they did all that. Hell, I had a very rough childhood and I don't never use none of that as no excuse for what I done did before. Hell, I did some damn wrong. I ain't did no shit like this before. The other little shit, but I ain't never stopped there and said, well, I went through this, so this is the reason why. No, you gotta, if you grown, you're grown, you know better. Forget all that. You wouldn't have no problem when you was riding that boy thing, so you wasn't no excuse then. You wasn't on there yelling for the mom then. I was abused as a child. I was homeless. You weren't doing all that then, so don't do it now. But this is what people do. Now, she spoke of an abusive childhood and parents who were absent from Maurice's life. I know some parents who were never around in some of their kids' life, and those kids went on to rob banks and sell drugs, sell ass, and some of them, very few of them went to school and went to college, and some of them still, doing good today. But anyway, the attorney said Maury was homeless for a time. She earned her high school diploma while in jail in the Tampa Bay Reporter. You got to do something in jail, ain't shit else to do. Campbell, in turn, argued her son's abuser past was no excuse for the damage she caused to her son. Like, you gonna sit up here and have a nerve, bitch, and tell me to my face when I looked at you as a daughter. I looked at you as a daughter. And you come in there and look at my son as a lover, as a Tootsie Roll. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, this is what people do. They try to sit up here and sugarcoat what they've done wrong. You got to be responsible. But anyway, also, Campbell's teen son now cares for the 5-year-old himself. The mom was doing it before that. His mother said, taking the toddler to school before starting his own day of classes. And if this ain't a sad case right here, this is crazy. But being a father has limited his social and dating life, the victim's mom said. Hell, it would if you 17 and got a 5-year-old son. It'll ruin anybody's damn life. Who wants to date a 17-year-old who have a 5-year-old? The woman asked. It's his fault that his life was ruined, but it's changed his life dramatically. But he has turned into one of the most amazing dads you'll ever meet. Now, Campbell warned other parents, and this is the key right here also to hit home, not to assume that women won't victimize the children. Because sometimes I make videos, they'll go easy on the women, but go hard as hell on the men, even in the comment section. Now, you can come in certain things as long as it's appropriate and it's not, being derogatory to our people, trying to offend people, or being terroristic or whatever, or saying racial. But even the woman said, people assume that women won't victimize children, particularly those entrusted to protect them, and them be some of the main ones. This is not the first story I heard about a woman getting pregnant from a child that she was supposed to have been looking after, a nanny or housekeeper, whatever you want to call them. But you have to watch everybody, especially in this day and age. But one thing you don't do is let somebody move in with you. I don't give a damn if you've been knowing them for 5, 10 years. You see what I'm saying? That goes for family and friends too also. But anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If you like the story, push that like button. If you like the story, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share the story with your family and friends. And also remember this. Where there's smoke, there's fire. The signs was already there. And I think that this woman really is mental in a way. And also, she maybe was going through some kind of psychosis, because what in the hell made this grown woman believe that her and this young boy having sex, that she wasn't going to get pregnant? I don't understand her whole thinking, her logic behind it, or what. But it cost her 20 years of her life. And so really, she's not going to have no kind of connection to that child. Now, I wonder before I go, will they bring a child to the prison to see her? That's what I want to know. But anyway, let me know what you think and what you would do about this situation. Till next time, you all stay blessed. I'm out.